So welcome back everyone, and tonight the AI money story flips its head upside down. One giant chip company just went to the market cap and hand and asked for $20 billion. Things are really changing in the AI world, and we're going to discuss AI specifically today, as always on every Tuesday. And another giant is doing the complete opposite, is giving AI for free. I bet you can guess who. And there's also a lot going on. Another thing between the two giants, a small company you've probably never even heard of, quietly getting rich at the moment, selling the cables that make all of this work. So today, let's get all into the AI race. So Intel asked for $20 billion. That's really crazy. So yesterday, Monday, on August the 10th, Intel said it would sell new shares to raise cash. And the price is obviously dropping. So this is a real opportunity for anyone who's investing into AI stocks to really keep an eye out for Intel. It started at $15 billion. By last night, it had upsized the deal to $20 billion. So Intel is going to be selling $20 billion worth of shares. They priced it at nearly $95 a share. And the deal is set to close tomorrow on Wednesday the 12th. So now here's the wild part. This is basically Intel's first big public share sale since 1971. So investors are going to be really, and look, the price was around 96, 97. And if they're pricing it at $95 a share, that's what you're looking at. This is a perfect opportunity. Well, while we're on this, let's see Intel share price. $97. So if they're pricing it at $95 right now, and it's at 97, it's very safe to say that it's going to go down to $95. So a very strong short position to be made right now on the market. Obviously, nothing is financial advice, but we always find the plays that nobody is looking for. So over 50 years, and that's basically going down. And this is the question, why now? Because a year ago, Intel stock was nearly $20. A year ago, guys. I hope you're seeing the difference. And Intel was one of my top picks earlier this year in regards to the uptrend for the stock itself. So the stock is roughly 5 times in a year, and that smart move when stock is expensive is to sell some of it to use that money to build the future. And that's what Intel is playing on. So what are they building? This is the big question everybody's asking. It's factories, chip factories. Chip manufacturing factories are probably the most best money makers in the world. This is why Taiwan is so protected by the USA, because they have some of the best chip manufacturing companies. That's why Nvidia is so expensive. That's why it's such a big stock, right? It's one of the top companies in the world. And the smart move, as I said, is to sell the stock for them. So they're building chip factories. Instead, Intel said its customers are signaling, quote, this is their quote, strong and sustained demand driven by unpredicted investment in AI compute. So they're betting on the AI market. What do you think about AI? Do you think it's a bubble? Or do you think it's not? That's a question you should be asking yourself. And the answer to that should give you the decision in regards if you want to bet against Intel or not. But as it stands, this is a great opportunity for anybody who's looking to basically make some cash, because if they're going to go with it and they're going to sell at $95, the price is going to go down to $95, right? Why would anyone buy for more? So keep an eye on it. If you are invested in it, really good time to short, in my opinion. That's what I will be doing, but nothing is financial advice as always. But going on the other side of the AI industry, Mark Zuckerberg has been in the news, and this is absolutely crazy. So that brings me to Meta, basically. Not Mark Zuckerberg in particular, but on Monday the 10th, Meta did the opposite of asking for money. It gave something away. A new AI model called Muse Glimmer. So let's have a look at that. Muse Glimmer. So Muse Glimmer It's what they call open weight, plain version. You can basically download it. You can run it yourself on your computer. So it's not a giant AI data center or regular Mac or PC with a single graphic card or like one of those Mac minis that you have, right? It's a 30 billion parameter model that is, it's like a brain size, and it's released free and open license. It's basically an open source 30 billion parameter model right here, as you can see. Obviously, you're going to need a PC that can handle 30 billion parameters, but the fact that it's free and you can utilize it is crazy. And it's an agent, right? So meaning it can actually do multi-step jobs all for you. This is basically giving AI for free. And this is a really big play for Mark Zuckerberg. And because it runs on your own machine, you can basically do private stuff and leave it to your device. You don't need to worry about leaks or anything as such, obviously, if you're protected enough. So Zuckerberg put this in a letter yesterday calling the future is for everyone. Is he trying to win brownie points? What's he really doing? That's the question I have to ask myself. And this is his pitch. Powerful AI shouldn't sit locked inside a few big companies. And yes, I think we all agree with that, do we not? I agree. He also fired a shot at Washington. He warned that if America makes OpenAI harder to build at home, Chinese developers will take the lead instead. So now here's the honest caveat that a lot of people are missing. Meta isn't giving away everything. Its most powerful model, called Muse Spark, stays locked up under Meta's control. Glimmer is the smarter giveaway version, let's say, that he's created. So it's free access, but not the crown jewels, as they say, right? So to put these two stories side by side, Intel is raising $20 billion to build the AI future. Meta handing a piece of that future out for free to the crowd, to all of you, right? And 30 billion parameters is a big model, guys. It's going to be able to do pretty much most of the things if you got a good machine. Yes, it won't be no Claude Opus, right? It might not do the best coding, but it's going to be good enough, right? To complete different bets on how you're going to win the race. And Mark Zuckerberg seems to be going down the right route, because these big data AI centers, compute power is going to be less. It's going to be utilized better. There's going to be progress in AI. Building like a lot, the speed of the progress with AI, it doesn't seem like the Intel bet is a smart one. So once again, going back to what I was saying, shorting Intel seems like a really great moment right now, right? And that's all brings me into a company which is going on the radar for all of you, I'm sure. And this is, we got a great show for you guys tonight. So if you like what I'm saying today, leave a like and subscribe. I never ask, but we are looking for new people to join, and a lot of you are watching and you're not subscribed, so you can't keep up with our updates. But going to what I was saying, there's another company called AAOI. So let me give you a little bit of information about this. So what they do is basically they make optics, the high-speed light-based cables that parts move data around inside AI data centers. So once again, there's a lot of companies I've suggested to all of you. You see, it's going up pretty well as I'm speaking. See, as soon as we speak on BlockDesk News about stocks, they go up. A lot of stocks which I recommended to you have been companies which have contracts with AI data centers. So it's not glamorous, but absolutely essential. And business is booming. The latest quarter, that's the second quarter of 2026. This is this year. Revenue jumped 86% from a year ago to $191.9 million. That's their fifth record quarter in a row. These companies, which are being utilized to develop parts for these AI data centers or for AI in general, whatever AI requires, these companies are basically killing it, and their stock prices are absolutely exploding, and people are missing this. So if you're investing specifically into Nvidia or Intel, that's not the smart play. And that's what we want. We want to find these smart plays with these companies who are, let's say the market cap is not as big and it's more volatile, so you can make more percentages on it, right? Especially if you use what we shall not speak of, leverage. So when the supplier says we can make it faster, we can't make it fast enough in the hot area like AI, people pay attention. There's also policy tailwind. So, for example, there are reports that the US FCC is drafting a ban on Chinese optical parts. So, company like this could be affected quite a lot. Now, the warning label, because none of this is important, because this one is important, sorry. The stock has gone bananas, right? It ran under $90 at the start of the month to mid 140s within days, right? So it's changing a lot, right? This is what we want to be looking at, these type of companies. And on Monday closed the 10th, it was $135.63. So please hear me clearly. That's a photograph of Mondays. It's changing every day. This is something you should be keeping an eye out for, but definitely a company to keep an eye out for if you're investing in the AI race. And we'll have more of these type of companies ready for you every week on Tuesday when we talk about AI. Every week we talk about a different segment if you are not up to date with that. One last thing when it comes to AI, this is really important. The number decides everything, which is tomorrow. It's going to be on the 12th. So Wednesday, August the 12th at 8:30 in the morning, New York time, we get the inflation report, the CPI for the month of July. So why does this chip company care about inflation numbers, right? And why do you care about inflation numbers? Because inflation decides interest rates. And interest rates decide how cheap it is to borrow billions needed to build these AI factories. So low inflation, cheaper money, easier to keep spending. High inflation is the opposite. This is the most simple way to explain it. So here's what economists are expecting tomorrow. And these are the points you really need to keep an eye out for and your ears open for. Headline inflation is forecasted at about 3.4% over the past year, ticking down slightly from 3.5% in June. The core number that strips food and fuel is seen around 2.5%. But here's the twist. It might not be that clean. Oil prices jumped more than 20% in July. Of course, we've been talking about the war every Monday when we talk about the global news. And those US-Iran peace talks basically fell apart. As you can see, this war might continue for a while. So here's the real risk numbers and what's basically what we're keeping up with. And the stakes are getting higher, by the way. So before last Friday, traders were actually bracing for the Fed to raise rates in September. I'm sure we've all been waiting for that for a while. Then Friday the 7th, jobs report came, and shockingly, it was really weak, right? Payrolls actually fell. That flipped the mood. Obviously, Trump was going mad with the news. So there's a lot going on, and on Wednesday, there's going to be the report tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to see a lot of volatility in the market. I'm assuming it's going to be bearish. It's looking like it is. Unfortunately, job reports and everything is not going to be looking good. It hasn't been for a while, has it? I think people are struggling in the USA. Tell me if you are. I have a few listeners in the USA, and every time I speak to them directly, they're always telling me it's hard to find a job in the West at the moment, in general, in Europe, the USA. So look, there's no top pick for AI today from myself. I have given you a company I'm looking at, and they are on a really bullish trend at the moment, right? And that's why I don't jump to these bullish trends, right? This is a losing strategy. Intel is diluting, as we said. Meta is potentially doing the right thing, but Meta is a beast on its own, and it's too much of a market cap for me to make a top pick at the moment, right? So I hope that gives you an oversight and an overview. I definitely recommend you go check out Muse. If you got a computer, you can Muse Glimmer. So this is the 30 billion parameter model. You got different launch partners. You can run it on almost any PC by the look of it. And it should be pretty easy for you to 128K tokens by default, longer context supported. So this is good. It's a good model. It's for free. So if you can't afford an AI subscription, this is what I recommend. But that's it for today's news. Tomorrow we're back with TCG trading card game and how you can invest in trading cards and make money. And every day we do a new segment from AI to crypto to stocks to global news and anything in between. So subscribe and follow us at BlockDesk News. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.